What's going on, healthy gamers? Hope you're having a good day. I am finally able to get some workouts out to you, and this one is going to be an 8-minute Tabata that I did, and you can follow along. Probably you won't be able to do the last two things I do, but these right here you can do. You can see I'm doing burpees, and let me explain Tabatas for a second. All Tabatas are, they mean 20 seconds of work with 10 seconds of rest. Tabatas are not exercise specific, so that means you can do it with just about any exercise. You could do it with light weights, with bench press, with squat. You could do it with pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, about anything you can think of. And what I really like about Tabatas is that they are working both your muscular hypertrophy, muscular endurance, and your cardiovascular system at the same time. For example, if you do 4 minutes of burpee Tabata, so that would be 20 seconds of burpees, 10 seconds of rest, repeated 8 times, your legs are going to be burning, your arms are going to be burning, you're going to be feeling that lactic acid built up, and you're also going to have really strained your cardiovascular system, so that's going to make you a better runner even without having run a single mile. And what I'm doing right here are medicine ball slams, and that's actually a special slam ball. You could probably find one on Amazon for not that much. And this is really good. It works your cardio again, and then it works your power generation, your lats a little bit, just your whole power chain. So you can see with this workout I'm doing, it is really efficient. I'm getting great cardio, I'm getting really good calories burned, I'm getting a good workout for my power base, I'm getting hypertrophy, and that is why Tabatas are so amazing. It'll really save you a ton of time. I used to do 30 to 60 minutes of steady state cardio, so like running on a treadmill or being on elliptical or doing stair climbers for like 30 or 60 minutes, but 8 minutes of Tabatas will be like the same amount of calories burned, actually a little bit more, especially post-workout. You'll have a much higher rate of calories burned when you do high intensity interval training like Tabatas as opposed to doing normal running. Let me pull up a article for you right here. Didn't find the exact study I was looking for, but found some interesting ones. Anyways, I'll tell you, in '96 there was a study in Japan. They tested 2 groups. One group did 70% of their VO2 max, so that's a pretty easy pace for 60 minutes, and the other group did 8 cycles of Tabata, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, so that was only 4 minutes, but their intensity was 170% of their VO2 max. And what they found after, 6 weeks of doing this was that the Tabata group increased their VO2 max by 7 milliliters per kilogram per minute, and the other group only increased it by 4.8 milliliters. And what your VO2 max is your ability to draw in oxygen, like your maximal oxygen use. Basically, it is your heart rate times your stroke volume. So your heart rate times how much blood your body actually pumps every time your heart pumps. And so the higher your VO2 max is, basically the higher your work capacity. So you can see with 4 minutes of cardio work, these guys improved their maximal work capacity more than the guys who were doing 60 minutes of interval cardio, and that would be traditional jogging, traditional riding a bike at a slow pace, something that doesn't hurt, at 70%. So 4 minutes compared to 60 minutes. What do you want to do? How much time do you want to spend in the gym? And the second group that did 60 minutes didn't even get as good of results. Also, the first group increased their anaerobic capacity by 28%. The second group saw 0 increases. So you're not only increasing your ability to do cardio when you're doing Tabatas, you're increasing your ability to do anaerobic work. So that would be like your bench press, your squats, your 6 to 12 rep ranges, those anaerobic ranges. You're improving everything. That's why it's so good, it's so efficient. But what if your goal is to lose fat, to lose weight? Well, here's another study from the Physical Activity Sciences Laboratory in Quebec, Canada. They found that even though during interval training, the actual training portion itself, endurance training, burns twice as many calories, they found over the course of their study, the group that did interval training lost 4.5 times more subcutaneous fat. So that's fat underneath your skin. They lost 4.5 times more fat than the group that did endurance training. And the group that did interval training did their training for 20 minutes a day. The group that did the endurance training did their training for 40 minutes a day. So even though those guys worked out for 20 minutes longer every single day, The other group, the group that was doing interval training for only 20 minutes, so half that time, they lost 4.5 times more fat. And this dramatically increased fat loss that you see with interval training as compared to steady state training is because of the EPOC phenomenon. That stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. And basically, after you do extremely intense exercise, your body's going to use more oxygen than normal during the next 24 hours. In other words, your metabolism is higher, so therefore you continue to burn extra calories. So if you jog for 5 miles at about 70% of your VO2 max, you're going to burn roughly 500 calories during that workout, and then about 75 more because of your EPOC, because of your excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. That's hard to say. But if you're doing interval training, you might only burn 130 to 150 calories during that 4 minutes of interval training because it is such a short period of time, but your EPOC is so much higher that over the next 24 hours, you're going to burn about 500 more calories. So therefore it equals out to be you're actually burning more calories over a 24-hour period when you're doing interval training, and you've done a lot less work in terms of time. So I hope I've been able to convince you of the benefits of doing Tabata and interval training and why you really need to start incorporating this style of training into your own workouts. Compare this to what I was doing before when I was in college. My workouts lasted for about 2.5 hours. I'd be in the gym for 1.5 hours and then doing cardio for another 60 minutes. And I thought that was the greatest thing ever. I thought I was getting so much work done, getting so much done, but that really, it was unrealistic, it was unsustainable, it led to overtraining. What I'm doing now, I'm finishing my gym workouts in about 40 minutes, getting everything done, including my cardio, which usually be 4 to 8 minutes of Tabatas, and I have more better performance than I did before. I'm able to run faster. I have better cardio performance than when I was running for 60 minutes at a time, and that's crazy to me how that works. But we need to get in the mindset of work smarter, not harder, work more efficiently, not work longer. And I really think there's going to be a fitness revolution within the next 20 years where we get out of this mentality of we need to be in the gym all the time to see results, and you're going to be able to see these workouts that are going to be 10, 15, 20 minutes giving you the same sorts of really cut physiques that you're seeing on bodybuilders now who do these crazy 30 set exercises, and it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't work for normal people. And so I hope you've been able to take something away from this. I hope you've enjoyed watching me work out these, what are these things called? The battle ropes. They are insane. They'll burn your shoulders, they'll burn your back, but they're really good. I love it, love it. And one last thing before I forget, if you go down in the description, I have a link to a 14-day meal plan, and it is all free. All you have to do is put in your email, and then you're going to get a 14-day meal plan with a grocery shopping list. So that's going to tell you exactly what you need to buy, and it comes out to about $50 per week, and I tell you exactly what you need to cook each week too. So make things real simple for you. Just that's linked down in the description.